What's going on YouTube? How's everybody doing? Sammy here with another video on the Mazda RX-7. Sorry I haven't been doing any videos lately. Just been busy doing a lot of stuff and work, and just wanted to show you guys what I've been up to. I took the stock twins off the car. I put the hybrid turbo on the car just to bolt it up and test it out, see how it fits in there. Just wanted to show you guys how it fits in there. You know, clearances and all that stuff. See how, you know, it doesn't hit the intake at all. I still got to do the downpipe. You see the gap here? That's the way you're gonna have to want it. That's the way you're gonna have it machined. So you're gonna want it kind of sticking out of there a little bit. Let me show you one thing. On mine, when they did mine, they kind of messed this up. So when you have yours machined, mine, they kind of opened up this here and made this larger a little bit. You want to try to leave that probably factory dimensions, because mine when I put the turbo in there, it kind of dances a little bit, and I have to kind of center it when I do it. So I'm thinking about taking it back to the machinist and maybe putting a shim there. So, but if you don't open this up, if you leave it factory, I think it should fit in there perfectly, and it won't dance. I'm talking about this outer lip, this one here. So the turbo, you could put it downwards or you could face it upwards, however you want it. It fits both ways. Still working on this. I took the radiator out, took the stock intercooler out. I'm gonna go ahead and I think I'm gonna go with a CX Racing intercooler right here in the front and just come through here and out through here. And the turbo most likely is gonna point upwards, the compressor housing. And of course, I started polishing the intake and the throttle body. I'm going to polish the turbo just to try to make everything look nice and cleaned. I'm going to get the gritty neck, 90 neck, whatever. And still debating. I got this mess over here with this harness, the factory harness. I'm trying to see whether I possibly may take this all apart and just eliminate the wires that aren't needed. So a lot of the emission stuff, I'm thinking about just taking it out and going all the way to where it connects to the computer and de-pinning all the wires. So I'd have to cut the harness all the way back, take the harness out completely, and then basically eliminating all the wires that are not going to be in use. So I can either do that, or I could just cut them and cap them just so they're safe. They're not going to touch anything. But I would like to clean it up. It's just so many wires. I would just like to run what's going to be used, which is the injectors. The wires for the ignition coils, for the ignition. What's gonna see where the crankshaft is at. I would like to just run the wires that are needed. I'm gonna eliminate also the oil metering pump. I'm just gonna cap that off, and I'm just gonna premix, and then I'm gonna cap these off. Just put a screw right in there and just block those off right there at the housings. So right now for my injectors, I showed on the last video, I'm going to go with 850. I'm going to just take the secondary 850s and put them at the bottom. And still kind of playing around with the idea with the secondary injectors. If I install those 2200s or if I install the 1680s. So still trying to figure out what I want to do with that. But I have both. I have the 1680 Bosch and I have the 2200 Bosch. So, But that's what I'm working on. Some of my buddies are telling me to take the motor out, port it, polish it, and maybe change the seals at least. So maybe put some super seals. But the motor's good. It has good compression. It starts every time. But I would like to go safe and not, I could try to push this like this and maybe try to push 350, to the wheels. I don't think the stock clutch is going to hold up real good. So I got to definitely change that out. But, and then I got a little bit of an oil leak, so that kind of makes me want to take the motor out just to fix the oil leak. It's just not a whole big deal, but it's not like it's dropping quarts of oil. Just a little drop here and there. But that's it. But that's what I got going on for the injectors, KG rails, and for the computer, I'm using the Power FC for now. But got more videos to come, and I'm gonna go ahead and polish all this. The water pump, I'm gonna polish this. The front, I don't think I can polish because I think that's a steel. But try to polish some of this stuff out, and then I'm trying to figure out what pulley set I'm gonna run. I want to go with probably a nice chrome pulley set, eliminating the power steering and the AC. And even though I'm here in Florida, and it does get hot, but this is a car just to play around on the weekends, nothing for every day. So I don't think I need the AC. But that's what I'm working on. Probably gonna clean this up, try to clean up some of these wires and what I can clean up, get out of the way the AC lines, probably the heater line, eliminate it, and go from there. Clean it up. I would like to paint the engine bay, but if I take the engine out, I'll probably do that. But it's gonna take some time. But that's what I'm working on, guys. Hope you enjoy the video. And I'm not sure how to measure this. I gotta check to see what's the size on this turbo. I was looking online, and it's a pretty good size turbo. I'm thinking, from what I read online, it's a 58. So I'm not sure if that is correct. It's either a 58 or a 60 millimeter, but it should flow pretty good. It should flow pretty good for what it is. The stock Turbo 2, from what I'm reading, the AR ratings on that Turbo 2 housing I'm getting is it's supposedly a .88 is what I see on the forums, and correct me if I'm wrong, but that's what I read online. And I still got to weld the wastegate there. Now that I got it mounted, I'll go ahead and see where it's gonna fit best at. I'll either tack weld it or at least mark it, and then take it to get welded. But that's all I got. Sammy here with another video. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you guys have a good one. Bye now.